And we are live.
Okay.
Final time.
Come, everybody.
It's the final session. And copyright strike.
No,
Play the song.
it's only if we do it for 30 seconds or longer.
Yeah.
Give it time. They're not done.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take. They're gonna take your. They're gonna take your 12 cents.
I don't even know if it's 12 cents.
That'll take me 2 weeks to get that back. Or
Nah.
maybe 2 months. I don't know at this rate.
Guess we'll find out at a later point. All right.
Party.
We're gonna pick on somebody.
Well, you should at least do a recap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna pick on somebody. We're gonna pick on.
Not it.
I don't remember who I haven't picked on in a while. I gotta keep track of this shit more. You know what?
Yourself.
I
You
was
know what?
last week, so it's not me.
Yeah, we're gonna pick on Krista.
Woo!
Ooh.
Alright. So, last time we, fought Possessed Omri and won. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Previously on
And we
Yu-Gi-Oh.
returned to Ephariel.
Yep.
I got the important bit.
We murdered our friend.
Yeah, but not getting Abigail
And then-
back is an
and
important
then-
bit. Okay.
And then brought her back.
Oh,
and then,
shit!
and then sacrificed Lexus's
I
soul
just keep
for
thinking she's
Abigail.
there.
If she wasn't there.
I mean, she
Sacrifice
technically
Lexus, though.
was.
Look,
She was there in
at the end of the day, everyone important came out of it alive.
Ouch. Still.
We said what we said.
But Omri died.
At the end of the day, she was alive.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I'm fine.
I'm fine, she says.
Everything's fine.
Everyone's alive in the party.
Yeah, that's when it turns out that the resurrection spell didn't repair any damage to Omri, so she's still.
A narcissistic bitch.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Resurrection heals physical wounds. Emotional
Who's to
wounds.
say he didn't also rewrite her memories? He didn't. But who's to say he didn't?
I mean, that sounds right.
All right. So for tonight's session, since everything main campaign is done.
Everything fun has been done.
Yep. Everything up to the climactic last battle has been won and or passed somehow. Minus a few loose ends here and there, which some players have put into their epilogue stories, which we will be running through, not combat, some RP, but mostly storytelling. Is kind of the main goal of it. So we'll go one person at a time. There is somewhat of an order, starting with the easiest, for the sake of just getting it out of the way, and then we're just gonna go from there. So we'll start with Yormund, since Mike never sent me anything. I assume that he has something prepared, at least.
Yormans is based off what Kafka does.
Oh, okay.
All right. We'll come back to Yormund
Okay.
after Kovgums.
I'm not concerned.
Concern is definitely not a thing that exists for Kafka.
Much later. Okay. It doesn't matter. So, we'll go to Delta.
The baby.
Give me a second. I have a little popcorn in my mouth.
What?
God damn it, Tori.
Don't talk with your mouth full. It's not polite.
Well, it was that, or I was just gonna be like sitting there chewing, and you guys would be like, Tori, 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 Tori.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone could see me.
You
Okay,
could literally
then-
type in the
Okay,
chat.
we can go past Delta then for now.
Oh no, I'm done. I just had to. I
Okay.
had a mouthful of popcorn, so I was just,
Needed
that's
a
why I just said, hang on.
Yeah, no, you're good. All right, so Delta. In your epilogue, I'm rereading it so that I'm aware of what's going on.
Oh god, wait, let me reread it.
Oh god.
I would have liked to have read it more, but I didn't get it till 2 hours ago.
Leave me alone.
Wow, Tori did it.
She gave me plenty of time though. 2 hours.
I know.
I was
But-
expecting her to give it to you.
It
about
was
15
already
minutes
past
ago.
like half an hour past my deadline. So
I didn't even know there was a deadline.
That's because you
You were-
don't pay attention to your Discord.
Yep.
You
I
were
just didn't
tagged!
look at red bubble, okay? There's
Yeah.
so many red bubbles. I don't
That's
look
your
at them
fault, not
all.
mine.
That's
that is-
literally your fault.
It's
That
You
just
need to start paying attention.
you sent me a Facebook message and you had it like 20 minutes after that message was sent.
Yep.
So there you go.
Guys,
It's fine.
modern version of 99 red balloons where it's 99 red bubbles on Discord.
Yes,
God damn
it
it.
is.
God damn it.
All right, so Delta, is there? Because obviously you're a miracle hunter for life.
Heck yeah.
So
That's it.
I know that your character was created in the span of less than an hour,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been like
Miracles
2
for
months. Have you put any more thought into the kind of miracles that Delta is chasing?
No.
Okay.
I
It was a yes or no question. There was no downside except for the fact that now I just get to be as generic
Yeah,
as possible.
Go for it.
Um,
Take it away, Captain.
so roll 1d10.
Oh, sick. Let's go.
Shit.
Take me away. It's a
10. Wow, you find 10 miracles.
Oh,
Ooh.
killing the game.
Uh-oh.
She was born
Yeah.
to be a miracle
Woo.
hunter.
For the rest of your life, the lifespan of Delta, you hear about miracles and you go and find them. And
What?
sometimes they're easy. You do eventually pass the impassable pass.
Woohoo!
You prove Reg you're wrong.
And that's like at the end of her life ending. I
Yeah.
did it!
It's literally the end of it, and then she just falls over dead.
Holy
Because-
shit, I found 10 four-leaf clovers in the span of an hour.
So yeah, obviously every once in a while, you do this other thing that's in there that I'm not gonna spoil. And yeah, that's
Bother everyone else.
kinda actually.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
I'm
Um,
not going to spoil. It's the last session. What are
I'm
we holding back?
gonna spoil it later in the session.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, it comes up at another
Yeah,
point.
when it comes up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
So-
gonna play the hand.
Yeah. So, let's see. Holy fuck.
Oh god.
I rolled a 1d100 to see what age Delta lives to.
Oh my god.
100.
I rolled 100.
Damn.
Delta is immortal.
Delta
Holy
got
fuck.
the fucking good
These are
one.
miracles right here, a 10 and a 100.
That is pretty amazing. Is 100 even within the lifespan of a...
Yeah, they can live to like
Technically.
120.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
they have the average
yeah,
lifespan
yeah,
of a human,
yeah.
so
Right,
it's
okay,
around
yeah.
100. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick.
So yeah, you die at a ripe old age of 100 years old.
I become a very well-known miracle hunter in 100 years, let me
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah, you do. Considering
Either
you're like,
that.
you're like 16
that
right
or
now.
I know, I'm basically six. I'm like, I essentially find like a miracle per decade.
Yeah, one miracle per decade, and then you retire. Or I should
Yeah.
say, for the first 9 decades, you find a miracle, and then you keep going at the impassable pass for the last 30 years, and then finally you get it, and then you just die peacefully.
Yep.
Yep.
Take this. I accept
She's
this.
like clung to it, her foot on the ground.
Why would
And then
they
she has
even
a heart
call it
attack.
Why would they even call it a pass if it was impassable?
Because it's a
It
challenge.
used to be a pass.
Because dwarves are notorious assholes.
It's an impassable
I
pass for
ignore
people
them.
that are not dwarves.
I annoy those dwarves for
Oh.
30 years.
You get to
Yes.
be that asshole for 30 years.
But then I get to join the club at the very end.
They all laughed at me.
And
Alright,
We're still laughing, Delta, because we're all still middle-aged men and you're an old lady.
And you're dead.
I will
I
say,
did it.
since you don't die immediately
Yeah.
after you reach the end, obviously I'd say you have a few years left.
It's not like I hit the bottom and just like keel over.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
exactly.
imagine?
You
Like, just touch
you
the
live the
bottom, I know.
last few years after your body catches up to you in its age, resting peacefully in bed, and a stranger enters into your home. Looks to be a young human child, and he just wanders over near your bed and just says, "Excuse me, are you Delta?"
Oh god, right, I'm 100 years old. Yes.
Yes.
Come on now, old woman
Yes,
voice.
child. I am Delta.
Use your grandma voice.
My name's Jeff.
Damn it, Tori.
My name's Jeff.
You fucking walking meme.
I was
On her
told
literally
to,
deathbed. She used
to give this to you, and he just like hands out a slip of paper.
I take it.
The man that gave it to me said to have a peaceful ending. Bye. And he just turns and walks out.
I open the slip of paper or the little
Alright.
read the
With-
paper.
Yeah,
With
you
trembling
open
old
the,
lady fingers.
the small
Yeah.
note, and inside it reads, "Every being gradually fades away into the sands of time." And the sheet crumbles into sand.
It reads, "Get fucked. Love Helio."
Just the fucking like 90 fucking years. 90-year-old prank.
To be fair, it's not like Yorman physically ages.
Sorry to disappoint being a younger woman and all.
Damn it.
All right.
The longest prank that he's ever held on to.
My boyfriend like got home, so I kind of missed what happened after I. What don't know what the paper said.
Wow.
I'm sorry. He came into the room and he asked
had
me questions about
one
his
job.
dinner. I couldn't ignore him.
You
The
can turn back and
whole
say,
thing
"Dave,
is
hold
about
on."
your character.
I'm sorry.
You broke Josh. Listen to that.
Just give him the finger.
What? No, I'm not gonna give him that. I
Thank
love
you.
your boyfriend. There, see? Piss off, Mike.
I don't know.
Alright.
Mike suggested to give him the finger, and he said thank you.
The paper, once again, to repeat myself verbatim, as
Yep.
per my last email,
Yep.
As per your last request.
it said, "Every being gradually fades away into the sands of time." And then the paper turned to sand.
Motherfucker.
And it just gets everywhere.
Yep.
Fucking Son of a bitch.
It's coarse.
Of course.
It's rough.
It gets
You know
everywhere.
what the worst? Do you want to
In
know what the
every
worst
crack.
part is? Literally this morning, my boyfriend and I went for a walk, and we went to a park, like a little kid park thing, and I was like, "Oh, sand! I fucking hate sand."
Got her.
How
God
fitting.
damn it! Outfitting.
Oh.
Nice.
Yep. So yeah, a small child gave you a sheet of paper that said a 2-line poem and then turned to sand. Anything else for your epilogue, Delta? No? Okay.
right
moving
now.
on. Got her. Solania.
Me!
Yikes.
It was just the sheer enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm slash fear.
panic.
Yeah. It was like happy, but also incredibly anxious.
Yeah.
Just like, oh god, me.
Mm-hmm.
So you spend the better part of 100 years continuing your adventuring, exploring, meeting people, visiting old friends. Hopefully not killing old friends.
No.
Depends on the
Yeah.
encounter.
Every once in a while, you run into Eggs out in the wilderness as he's exploring, and he seems to be carrying a large bag behind him that just gets bigger and bigger every time you see him.
God.
Okay.
He's eye Santa.
Literally, you look on the bag and it's labeled with the letter I.
God damn it.
Yes, I for inventory.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. That's
Obviously.
definitely.
That's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
what it stands for, and
Oh, yeah.
nothing else.
Whatever.
Eggs,
makes
you,
sleep at night.
Sharp-witted man.
Yeah, you go to every once in a while, catching up with your old friends. You eventually discover where Eggs has been hiding this whole time.
Okay.
And
Where's this little green menace been hiding?
in the middle of the trees.
God, that's right. Fucking God.
And, yeah, just kind of like on the road to Whitestone, in the woods, and you find a sign that says "Eye Exam Center,"
Oh my god.
spelled exactly like that.
Okay.
Thanks.
It's on the road, and it just points into the trees, and you're knowledgeable enough to kind of figure out what's going on. And you dodge all the traps
Okay.
because it's Eggs.
You have a functional knowledge of Eggs and are therefore aware
Eggs.
of what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you go and knock on his door, and he just says, "I'll be there in a second." And then you just hear
Eggs.
screaming.
Oh god.
Deep sigh. Eggs, it's me.
Yeah, I said I'd be there in a second. And then the screaming stops. And he opens the door, eating something. It's like, "Oh, hi, Solania."
Hi. How long you been here?
I don't know.
I don't know why I expected him to be here.
Just stares at you, just batting his eyes.
Pat's head.
Were there any people in the traps?
No.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, this guy just walked up. He was like, "I'm part of the guard, and I'm gonna arrest you." And I was like, "Okay, let me get my stuff." And then I killed him. And I ate his eyes.
Okay. Right.
Good to see ya.
Good to see you two, eggs.
All right. Fast forward. Probably not very long. Probably like a year.
Okay.
When you and Kovgum go to the slums of Amon
Oh yeah.
and defeat the growing kraken that was offshore. Yeah, that's it. That's all there was. You guys had done literally everything else.
Yeah.
It was a baby.
It was a baby. Very easy for the two of you to kill at this level. So, you just... water breathing, kill. Okay.
I already have a swim speed.
Yep.
Solania becomes a giant shark.
I like to imagine Solania just turns it into a crystal and you guys just lug it onto the shore and away.
Oh, totally.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
As it's turned to crystal, we managed to get one eye out for eggs.
Just pop it out.
That'll feed him for a month.
Probably.
Or like a couple of days. It's like the size of him still.
Yep.
It's a baby kraken, so it's still like a large creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winston and XLR still welcome you back whenever you go to visit. XLR seems to just be doing his thing. He's gone back to teaching now that the emissary problem has been dealt with.
Now that he's not in danger of sacrificing a whole class by accident.
Yep, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, he it's way later down the line because he does help rebuild Western. So
Fair.
Western takes a couple decades to build. So
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, Winston resumes leadership in his middle age.
Sad.
Yeah, that's all there really is for Winston. At least for now. And then yeah, XLR just does his own thing. He keeps experimenting with the plants and keeps your supply up as well with star water. But he doesn't really discover anything new.
I also experiment with plants, so it works out.
Mm-hmm. And you guys kind of share notes and collaborate what works and what doesn't work, and you find that the plants themselves differ vastly from each other. Like some of them will die if they touch the sunlight. The others will directly live in sunlight. Some of them will eat the other plants if they're too close. So it's all about practice for where you can actually put all that shit, but you figure it out over the span of a couple of years.
Fair.
Eventually you retire, quote unquote, retire, making yourself a new home.
Yeah.
At the foot of the mountain leading up to Gat Shadow, where Kovgum built an entire fortress.
What?
Did he though?
Yep.
Oh.
No.
No.
I'm just saying that's spite. Mike.
Oh,
Yeah, you take adventurers in. Some wandering, mostly pleasant. Those that are pleasant continue on their way. Those that are unpleasant, never seen again.
Rip.
For
Feels bad,
reasons that nobody is aware of.
Oop.
You do manage to accumulate a vast amount of wealth from charging people to stay the night and rest, warning them not to travel up the road or wander into the gardens.
Some listen. A lot probably don't.
Most listen, some don't. Those that don't are never seen again.
Rip. Fertilizer.
Pretty much.
What
Dead people make good fertilizer, people.
They do.
did you say fertilizer?
Fertilizer,
Yes, you did.
but I said it funny. I probably said fertilizer, yeah.
Ah.
Yes, you
Yep.
did.
Yep.
You tried, but
Yep. Doing my best. Yeah. That's the gist of Solanias. We don't need to go into a super huge detail oriented like we could. We could spend the next like hour and a half just talking about Solanias, but
Plants.
yep. That's the main bulk of it. Obviously there will be points we touch back on later, but Solania explores, meets people, and then retires a peaceful-ish life.
a fun, peaceful-ish life.
Exactly. A life that hopefully people don't bother you too much, or God forbid.
I am an old lady and don't want to deal with a lot of shit. It's fair.
Nope. During that time, as you are sitting in your home, you, with your crazy passive perception
Yes.
that has only gotten more fine-tuned with age,
Solani, you can hear the heartbeat on the wind.
She's that like old lady in the neighborhood that knows everything.
Yep.
She just sits on.
Nothing.
2 miles
Basically.
away.
Nothing gets past
Still
her.
got a whole lot else going on.
Solania sits on her porch all day and knows all the gossip from Western.
Yeah.
She can hear that well.
She just knows everything.
She hears the plans of the hobgoblins in the south.
Damn. That's around where where Grave is from.
Yep. Well, no,
She got-
Grave is from.
Further south, though.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Grave is from the fight with Omri. Leaf is from the south.
Wow.
Anyway,
Technically, Leaf would be from north of where the hobgoblins are, because the hobgoblins are right on the tip.
Oh, are they? Okay.
getting back to, yeah, so you, with your crazy passive perception, find a small sheet of paper
Okay.
sitting on your table, just rolled up.
I look at said piece of paper.
It is a piece of paper that, when you open it, reads, "Limited time we are given, like a flower ready to bloom." And as you read it, it turns into a flower and blooms, and then falls apart.
I carefully collect the petals and put it in a little jar.
All right.
And wonder who the fuck's been in my house.
Hard to say if you didn't hear him.
Right.
Somehow.
I bake and tend to my plants throughout the day like normal, and randomly look at the tiny jar of flower petals, wondering who the fuck's been in my house.
It was the wind.
And stay awake at night, terrified. Who is this individual who can sneak past me?
Lying awake at night, she finds another note that says, "You up?"
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's even better. Just says, "What up, you like?"
Shut up.
God damn it!
I knew that was coming.
Oh, god damn it.
Awesome. I expected that one as soon as it popped up.
Oh yeah, same.
All right.
Okay.
So that is Solanius. Omri.
Oh, that's me again.
Yep. Yours. You find yourself rudely awakened one morning as Winston just basically kicks the door open.
Today's the day! What do you mean, Winston? It's eviction day! Get the fuck out of my house! You drank all my wine!
Every bottle. Every fucking bottle.
I restocked the wine.
It's this flask's fault.
Yeah, I restocked the wine cellar and you drank it all in a day. I ain't got no more money. Get the fuck out of my house. You psychotic bitch.
Solania's here.
Hi.
Oh.
She
Hi.
didn't want to wait for you to come downstairs.
That's fair. It would take me very long. Wait, why are you here?
She tells me that she's going traveling and wants company.
Oh, I'm in. Let's go.
Have fun. He just walks away.
As he walks away, I'm just be like, I'm taking wine for the road.
No, you're not.
What?
Damn it.
What do you mean?
Fine, you can bring 3 bottles.
Ooh.
I just
Got the
like
most expensive bottle she can get.
high five.
Oh, you bet.
Just return in one piece.
Me or the wine?
Well, I'm assuming you're going to drink the wine and probably smash the bottle, so... You. Please.
When have I ever returned not in one piece? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. No.
Yeah,
We don't need to go
I'm
there.
just
Never
Solania just gets a look like, well...
Never mind. We don't need to go
I
there.
mean,
There was the one time down in the basement.
Oh,
if
if you...
one time with a card.
If you
Yeah, I
guys-
lost a couple pieces there.
If you guys ever make it out to Singorn, tell that damned elf Bubba he owes me a bunch of money.
Bubba!
Bubba?
Yep, Bubba.
Bubba the elf?
Bubba the elf.
Sorry,
actually-
write this down. I'm not gonna remember. Or you remember. You have the memory.
Bye, Bubba. Hope you find your dad.
He's actually a very cleverly disguised dwarf. And everything but name. What's an elf name? Bubba? That's stupid, right?
He's a dwarf with the belt of elvenkind.
Oh god.
It does the worst thing ever for a dwarf. It makes you incapable of growing a beard.
He just has such good deception that he makes everyone believe he's an elf.
Yeah.
But he's really not. Everyone's just like, oh yeah, that's an elf. And then there's one person who's gonna be like, no.
Wait a minute.
That's not. And
It's
they're
gonna
be
be.
like, what?
It's gonna be Omri.
No, it's gonna
It's
be
like-
Solania who's gonna be like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? This is a dwarf. She'll be like, everyone will be like, no, what do you mean? It's an elf.
His name is Bubba the Elf. Of course he's an elf.
Solania will just be like, what the fuck is going on?
It's TH''elf. That's his last name. Bubba's elf.
Velf.
Yeah, Bubba's elf.
Velf.
Yeah.
After a few years, and by a few years I mean several decades.
Look at us.
Gone for those 3 bottles of wine. Really didn't last
Yeah.
very long.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll figure out how to make wine.
Yeah.
No, those 3 bottles of wine lasted Omri
Just a night.
to the gate. To the gate of Western.
Hey, Claudia, you going with adventure?
No, I always just pour everything into my little.
Yeah. In the
Relax.
Yorman's. Yeah. In the Yorman's.
Yep.
Yorman's party
Hey,
gift.
sobriety.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Great
tanker
taker.
taking
great
me places. This is how I become a better person, by spending less time drunk.
So I just never told her.
I'd say, yeah, you're probably out adventuring, making sure to stop back in for a couple decades
I was gonna say,
before
we send
eventually
letters.
you're. Well, I imagine you stop back.
Yeah, okay, that works too.
Yeah. Because you're gonna need to, restock food and all that other shit somewhere.
Also, make
No.
sure to tell Winston, hey, I'm still in one piece, but I'm leaving again.
Yeah.
I'm taking 3 more bottles of wine on every return trip.
Yep. Yeah. Eventually, your body catches up to you, and you can't go adventuring, but you can still do light activity like beating up local criminals. You just can't travel this far. So,
Like 7v1 arena fights.
yeah. So,
They just have to be
eventually,
down the street.
yeah, just a very small arena. Not much maneuverability.
the town of Western rebuilds its guard force, and they all answer to you, even though you're not on the guard force. They just know better.
Fitting.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she has no official power. It's just she threatens to beat the shit out of anyone who says otherwise. It's like, yes, ma'am.
I love that. They just know better. So it's like anytime a new guard gets hired on, it's like, all right, so there's a rule that's an unofficial rule, but it's very much a rule, and you have to follow it.
Hey, new guy, you see that half orc over there? She's kind of
old
standing
one?
in the way, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it looks
that's-
like it. She's kind
Go
of
tell her to move.
standing there.
It's a hazing
None of us are
ritual.
like-
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Fuck with the half orc
Yeah.
lady.
Go
Go
tell her
down
she's
to
not
move
allowed.
slightly so we can get this.
She
cart
looks like
back
she's
here.
in her 80s.
Yeah. Go tell her there's no loitering in this area. Just drop
Excuse me,
it.
I'm gonna need you to. Oh, another one lost its head.
No.
No,
No,
Omri,
get punched in the face. God.
yeah, Omri just
It'd be a
decks him
lot
right.
of like, yeah, and she'd like vary it up. Be like,
and then
gut
the flumps.
punches,
And then
twisting
the
of the arms, and just like pushing into the ground, and just being like, "What did you say to me?
Give me your lunch money, nerd.
Do you not know who I am?"
No.
Connie comes and visits and it's just like, oh.
The memories.
Memories. Where?
Remember her first fight she won? With fucking
Garrus.
Garrett.
It was perfect
full-
too.
What a full circle campaign this turned out to be.
Didn't it?
It's so glorious. The unintended full circle moments are always the best.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Eventually, a few years later, after everybody on the guard force knows who you are and they're not replacing new people enough to really get hazed, you retire back at your house with your assumed husband.
Yeah,
Long-term partner.
I guess.
common law. Yeah, common law spouse.
It'd be like that's basically what it would be. She would just constantly be like, no, but still not leave.
Yeah. Just why won't you marry me? Because I don't want to have a ceremony. I don't care, Winston.
Don't have to have a ceremony. Just say yes. Fine. Yes. There. We're married. Fucking hell. God.
Only took 12 fucking years. Jesus.
God.
Yeah.
It's been 54 years. We're both gonna die soon.
I know. That's why it's funny. Damn it.
He walks up to you and just hands you a note and says, one of the guards dropped this off today. They gave it to me instead of you for obvious reasons.
Do I look like a read nerd?
Only nerds read, nerd.
Give me your lunch money.
It is lunch money.
I don't know why Aubrey just becomes the school bully.
I know.
You mean she stopped being the school bully at one point?
She stopped being our school bully. She's Winston's
Did she,
problem
though?
after. Yeah, because we all kind of dissociate after this.
Well, other than me and Selania. I assume I also get to visit eggs every now and then.
Yeah, if you can find him.
Yeah, well, I just go with Selania.
Sonia tells you where he's at.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
find the eye exam center.
1 second.
And
I definitely
you-
threaten people who are criminals with this eye exam center. I
Yeah.
definitely use this place to my advantage.
you go there and you find there is a frame on the wall that says
More like
Omri's lost eyes, and it's empty.
flipping out.
Spelled completely wrong, right?
No, it's spelled correct. The whole
Oh.
thing.
Oh,
No.
that's so great.
Which means someone else other than either Eggs tried intentionally, or he had Solania do it.
Yeah, it's a plaque. He had it made.
Aw,
Or yeah, Cal made it, because
Aw.
Cal has woodworking skills apparently now.
this is
Yeah, so Cal made
yeah.
it.
yeah.
Just visits Cal on the
That's-
menagerie coast. Like, Cal, I need something from you. I just
Holy
need you
shit!
to make...
He lives on the Tangerine Coast.
Yeah.
He's getting all the vitamin C.
He just like climbs up the tower that Cal stays at the top of. His
Hey, guys.
flowing beard down to the bottom.
He's fucking
Oh my
Rapunzel.
God.
The fuck?
Hi, Cap.
Just
Hi,
kidding.
Cap.
That'd be funny though. No, yeah, he has a plaque that that the frame is empty because he already ate your eyes, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
No.
But this is a true
Oh,
friendship
God.
plaque right here.
Really long
Oh,
nose
no.
hair. Oh,
No.
Nose.
it's even worse.
I like to
I'd rather
imagine that Omri has
know.
like the highest rehabilitation rates on
Criminal.
really bad
On
criminals.
crime.
You
by
just
using
drag
this.
them by the scuff of their shirt all the way out.
Yeah,
to the-
I
to
take
the
them
forest.
all the way to
like
Egg's
a-
place.
It's like a 4-hour trip just to get there. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay, I repent. Too late.
Yeah. Just Eggs. I brought another customer. Oh boy.
Yeah. Highest.
I like your eyes. Oh God. This is that goblin. What goblin?
Depending
rude.
on the level of their crime, they either
I have
lose
a name.
one or both.
That's rude. I have a name.
There's like a
Um,
sliding scale.
Somebody comes to the visit Western. Just, Winston, why do all the criminals wear eye patches?
You know, I haven't. I don't ask because I don't think I want to know.
Yeah, it
Listen.
helps identify them easier.
Yeah. He's like, would you like to ask my not wife?
Who are the repeat offenders? Do you see anybody with 2 eye patches?
No.
No, that's because they can't leave their house. They don't repeat anymore.
That's because all they do is. Ah, shit.
That's a
Wall.
wall.
Yeah. Just,
That's a set of stairs.
Oh god.
God damn it.
All right, we tangented off so far from my note.
That's
but...
the whole point of this. All the tangents in the world.
I know.
Yeah.
To your note, as you open it, Winston leaves you to it because he assumes it's important and Fuck pissing you off.
Omri's should still kick his ass.
Listen, keeps her
We are
distracted and out of
married.
his way. He's not gonna question it.
Yeah. He's like, oh, thank God
Um,
she's not drinking.
But the note says, "Dust we are from, dust we shall return to," and then you guessed it, the note
Yeah.
points
Oh.
to dust.
It returns to sender.
I just get like super upset and go find Winston. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What kind of fucked up shit? Who brought you this? I'm gonna kick their ass.
Exactly. I'm just like, now there's just dust everywhere, and I'm not cleaning it up.
And Winston just like.
We have people for that. It's fine.
I know. Still gonna bitch about it.
I think you should go lie down. You might have a heart attack.
I might.
Fine.
Go grab like 4 bottles of wine. Enjoy your night.
Tell me what to do, but I will.
Recommendation.
As she's walking to the wine cellar. Don't tell me what to do.
They're the married couple I needed in my life, apparently, in this campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
She grabs her bottles of wine, but she goes and like sits with Winston while drinking, and just mulls quietly over her booze.
He drinks his tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like how the wine is not for Winston, it's for Aubrey.
I like to imagine though that this tankard has just gone with her entire life and still
Oh,
uses
it's banged up as shit.
Yeah. She's used it to like beat people over the head with and, like, all sorts
Yeah.
of things.
Oh, yeah, that's the ultimate hazing ritual. Hey, you know the half-orc we're not supposed to fuck with? Go steal her mug.
No.
That's
Who
like
took my mug? Oh, shit.
every year there's like every like couple years there's like a scavenger hunt, and the ultimate item worth the most points is Omri's tankard.
Yeah, if you can make it to the end of the scavenger hunt with it still in your hand and your skull not caved in.
You get like promoted.
The joke is that Omri's always waiting at the final checkpoint,
Yeah.
and it's just sitting there out in the open, and
Yep.
there's a full
Sword-
circle of everybody
Sword's
just
just
looking
ready.
at it. No, there's just a full circle of like 30 feet in diet or a radius, a 30-foot radius around Omri as she's just sitting there, staring at the cup. Not even at
Waiting.
anybody, just staring at the cup.
Go ahead.
And then somebody
Right.
comes to take it, and it's actually an illusion, and she just jumps out of the crowd and just shanks them.
Okay. Enough with the shanking, but she beat them.
Beat them with the mug.
Exactly.
You
That's why
wanted
it's,
it. You got it.
Yeah, that's why it's so. Is she a wrestler all of a sudden?
I would like to say that Salon is probably there for the yearly support and running support
Medical.
for Omri in all of this, and slight medical support.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cal.
Just
Cal
like
and
medical.
company would definitely come down and watch that every year too.
Yeah.
It
this is-
becomes an annual like the annual festival alongside like you've got the Inventors Fair, and then there's the get the shit beat out of you fair in Western.
the shit beat out of you scavenger hunt.
That's gonna attract the weirdest type of clientele.
He's
Yeah.
showing up with ball gags.
But listen,
Yeah,
it also makes for a really. It's really good for eggs because there's always people that come around that are the shady type, and then eggs always get extra eyes at this time of year.
They keep upping the prize by 10,000 gold every year. So eventually, at the end of Omri's life, it's just like, yeah, there's a $1.2 million gold.
you
$1
can
million gold.
If you can beat this 90-year-old
Yeah.
half-orc, oh, that'll be easy. Boom! Oh, fuck.
Guys, we can't keep up with this tradition. Eventually, somebody's going to get this mug. We don't understand. It's been 300 years. Omri is supposed to be dead a long time ago. How does she stay alive?
No, she's dead.
Refuses to die
She's
just
dead.
for-
She's just possessing the mug.
I
it's
get my
just
The
soul.
mug literally
Yeah,
beats them to death.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Someone tries to take the mug. It's just Omri's ghost
It's a
just pulls
permanent
out.
animated object.
I like go to a Fariel at the end of my life, and I'm like, I need one last thing from you. I need you to put my soul into this mug.
Done. And he just rips your soul out and puts it in.
yeah.
I like-
Mario's,
It's like
yeah,
the
Mario's
day
just
I'm
like,
about-
that's stupid. I love it.
It's like the day I'm gonna die, and I know it, and I go, and I'm like, all right, this is it, buddy.
It's just Edgar and just picks you up
Yeah.
and flies you all the way back to Western.
And just
I like
puts me.
how the whole tankard started as like a prank.
Mhm.
And
And it's
become
starting to-
the center of who she is as a person.
Mhm.
Yep. Well, because it's led me to a life that I'm much more sober, so I've become mildly a better person.
Mildly better.
Keyword,
Mildly better.
mildly.
Yeah, she got married.
Yeah, that's a huge.
They got married like a week before she died.
Yeah.
Okay, not actually, but
No, I know.
All right,
like a week before I'm about to keel
Anyway.
over. Okay.
that's enough for Omri's for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now.
All
This
right,
is
time
fun.
to go
I'm
on
enjoying
to
this.
the to one of my most looking forward to ones.
Oh my god.
Garrus.
Yay!
Oh gosh.
Oh great, we get to roll this fucking number now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh gosh, what
believe-
happens here?
I
Which
believe.
one do you want
Go
to
find out.
So with your substantial increase in wealth,
Mm-hmm.
you
Well.
very easily pay off your debt.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Um,
been taken care of.
So I'd say it probably takes you all of a week to get that sorted through. Because you literally travel to the Menagerie Coast since you're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of that whole business. Morver isn't gonna fight you on it.
Figured as much.
So yeah, you restructure your entire organization in the span of a year, gathering new recruits, weeding out the weaklings and the lazy ones, and
Mm-hmm.
eggs in disguise. And
How many times do I have to
It
keep
happens
going with
multiple times.
More
It's like,
than
no.
meets the eyes.
that? He's not even trying to hide it either.
no, he
No, absolutely not.
comes in with extra eyeballs, assuming that
it's eggs in a comically oversized night helmet. It's like a night helmet for like a minotaur. So it's like his head is like basically to his waist.
I would also like to point out that Eggs wears a skeletal minotaur helmet, so he stands out.
Just,
That's right, he does. I always forget about that.
Yeah.
just repeatedly, he comes to the door. It's like, no, go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye, Garrus.
I
I'll
will
try next
send
year.
the ice to you. You don't have to come to the ice.
Oh, okay. Just address them to Eggs's eye exam center.
They'll be in jars. Don't kidnap the
He
fucking
has a
delivery
business
person.
card written in crayon.
It's written in blood.
Yeah, that's what it said, crayon.
Right. Sure, puts that in the can.
Yeah,
Every year following, he just brings more and more jars.
I want to make sure you don't run out.
Somehow he brings you a witch's phylactery, and you're not sure where it came from.
That'll go in the vault.
And you hope to God it's not a Farios.
Mhm.
It's not.
Fair.
I don't think Eggs is clever enough to ever get a Fariel's phylactery.
Why does this say property of Vecna on it?
There it is.
All right. Do you just want to start with the crew with the check?
Nope.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Nope.
All right.
So yeah, you found your order of paladins / mercenary workers. After the freeing of the slaves, which we'll come to,
Mhm.
and former gladiators after that got shut down.
Yep.
You form your band of brothers and sisters and fight evildoers.
Squad of
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah.
Uh,
The squad. The
God.
Suicide Squad. I mean, that next one's pretty self-explanatory. You continue practicing your religion. Yep. Yep.
Maintain relationships with the various party members to various
Yep.
degrees.
Yeah, every once in a while you encounter them out and about. Mostly Solania and Omri,
Mhm.
because they're the ones traveling, and of course Eggs.
Yep.
Eggs' yearly visit.
Yep. Just keeps bringing you jars.
Mm-hmm.
I keep giving you these, but I don't keep getting any back. What
You gotta
gives?
fill these up faster. Got a lot to eat.
I'm a growing boy.
Yeah. You cut ties with Afario, but somehow feel as if he's always watching.
Of course,
There's always just a degree of peace. I don't fuck with him. He doesn't fuck with me.
Always watching.
That area that he lived at is calm. There's nothing in your travels through there that ever happens. So you're not sure if he's there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You maintain your friendly status with party members. You keep up your supply of eyes to eggs. We'll get to that one. And we'll go back all the way up to number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yours is pretty straightforward. You get your organization afloat, and you're maintaining a degree of peace and slow income, basically as you've developed a Witcher organization.
Basically.
Nice.
Every once in a while, you have a member that turns on you, and then something happens, and suddenly their eyes are gone.
Yeah. Damn shame what happened to him.
They just find him with an arrow on the head, and it just thanks.
Thanks.
Just
Thanks.
damn shame what happened to him.
Yeah. FANKS.
FANX.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks.
Yep. Damn shame.
And a crude
Yeah.
smiley face.
Shame that they went on that suicide mission.
Check out that eye exam center.
Yeah. Hey, I think you need your eyes checked. I know a place. It's a bit far, but it's worth the walk.
After a few years of looking, and some of your cohorts looking, eventually, actually, you know what? Let's do it this way.
Mhm.
Omri, Solania, and Garrus. Roll survival checks.
Oh boy.
I think Tori stepped AFK. She did. She's
She
on a
did.
roll for Omri.
Come on.
Oh, sorry guys, you didn't survive.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, that's right. Omri was still on GM layer, but she rolled a 15. So,
Solani with an 18 is the best you got.
yep.
Solania.
So, Solania, you eventually, in your travels along the Menagerie Coast, come across an unmarked grave
Okay.
and think nothing of it.
Oh.
Oof.
You bring it up to Garrus, and then Garrus finds it like 2 weeks later. So, yeah, Garrus, you've found the grave to your sister, as you've managed to somewhat scavenge lost notes and records from her, in the places that she's traveled, and eventually killed and buried on the Menagerie Coast.
Yep. Having found it, Lillian end up using that scroll of true resurrection.
All right. How long does the casting take for True Resurrection?
Sorry.
I believe it's an hour.
I believe so.
Mhm.
True Resurrection. Yep. 1 hour.
1 hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you begin casting the spell. And about 15 minutes into it,
Mhm.
you're approached by an old man with a walker, and he stumbles forward. What was your sister's name again?
Shava.
Shava? Okay. He stumbles forward up to you while you're casting. Just says, "Oh, you must be Garrus."
Mm-hmm.
Shava told me much about you.
Look at him with a expression of confusion and doubt.
You seem puzzled.
Mostly bewildered.
Reasonable.
And who might you be?
An old friend. Not of yours, of Shiva's.
Mm-hmm.
We used to spend evenings together looking up at the grates in the ceiling, wondering about freedom. And then he like pulls up part of his shirt to reveal a huge scar that basically goes down his entire side. She cut me here.
Doesn't surprise me.
I understand why she did it. It was for her freedom. She didn't make it very far. Like gesturing to the grave.
This is highly coincidental, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't believe it was. I was told to wait here for you and give you this when you got here. And he hands you a small sheet of paper.
Takes it, opens it, reads it.
You read it, and it says, "Breath we are bestowed, and death will aglow." And as you read it, the old man falls over dead.
Oh shit.
Well, that was... Wow.
And you finish casting your spell 48 and a half minutes later. Go ahead and roll a charisma check. All right.
21.
Oh,
That is high enough.
that's good.
As the sudden, I shouldn't say sudden, as the air around you, as you finish casting the spell and you hold your breath for a few seconds. And it feels like it doesn't work. And then you have a feeling that somebody is standing behind you. And as you turn around, you see your sister. And she looks at you, looks at the dead guy, looks back at you. Did you kill this old fuck for me?
Wish I could say it, but now I just caught up with him.
We all reach that point eventually, it seems. My god, you look like shit. Have you been winning any fights recently?
Oh, do I have the story to tell you?
I'd love to hear it.
Let's
But
get some
first-
drinks and catch up.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of this area. She just like digs through the grave a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and pulls out a sword. And it's a big fucking sword. It's like, didn't think it'd still be here. And she just like looks at it for a second, flips a switch, and you see the blade just like unlatch itself and start spinning.
Ooh.
See, we both had some pretty interesting toys.
Yeah, this one was given to me right before I died. A merchant, actually, sold it to me. Strangely enough, he said, if I bought the sword with nothing but time, it would save me later. So, I bought the sword from him. He gave me a vial, and I drank the vial. Assuming it was poison.
Oh.
But watch this. And she spins the blade up so that it's literally revving
Mm-hmm.
and like holds it out toward you almost to stab it like a rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Now keep in mind this is the size of a greatsword. This thing is
Jesus.
massive.
Fuck.
And you see almost as the sword slows down as you're staring at it, and it looks like a clock rewinding backwards.
Fucking nomad.
And you feel like your reflexes slow down.
Ooh.
God damn it, Mike.
That's all I could think of when he said revving up the sword.
I mean, that's fair. Fair.
That is fair, yeah. Yeah, your sister is alive and has a shiny new toy.
Catch up, get drinks, and make her like second in command of the organization. And we'll keep in touch with our party.
All right. That's all for Garrus. Which brings us to Cobgum.
Hi.
Actually, we'll skip Cobgum.
Okay.
We'll come back to Cobgum.
That makes me more anxious.
We're going to take a quick trip to Craghammer,
Okay.
to Theron,
Yeah.
the house of the Allhammer.
Aw, it's your boy.
You furry boy.
Yeah.
As Theron is walking out of the temple for the first time in years,
Yeah.
there are several dwarves waving goodbye. One of them in what can only be assumed to be High Priest regalia. And he yells out, "Don't worry, Theron. I'll do my best. We'll take good care of the place."
I hope so. I don't want to have to come back here and teach you how to do it again. That'd be even more embarrassing for you.
Well, I think 5th time will be the charm.
Oh,
We'll see.
Now, as you leave behind, not really confident that Werbin is going to take a good care, good. Blah, 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 blah.
He's having
Good
a stroke,
care.
folks.
He,
So I almost said good character. Good care.
he's got good spirit. God damn, does he not pay attention? Not my problem.
Eventually, you make your way up the lift out of the lower level of Craghammer. And the dwarves stop you. And they go, "Hold on a second. I know you're in a hurry. Look over there." And they point off toward the fortress. And there's a small glimpse of a person up high, crossing the pass. And then you watch.
That's
Not crossing the pass anymore. And the guards all start laughing. It's like every day with her. And then they all start passing coins to each other.
so. That's the one I've been hearing about from passersby.
Yeah, she's real dumb.
I guess that's one way to put it.
Anyway, we can go up the lift now. We just wanted you to see it.
Fair enough.
And you make your way out of Craghammer for the last time.
Just walking into the sun and just.
And then a rock swoops down. Just kidding.
yeah, a rock. No, yeah, a whole rock swoops from the sky like an eagle.
Exactly.
I almost heard
That's
that.
right. It's also a bird. I was thinking a whole ass boulder.
You were thinking rock with a K.
Yes. Which would also make sense to be falling from a mountain, but
Yep.
swooping.
Falling, not swooping.
Two
Yeah,
different.
Don't you know, Ryan? It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
It's a rock. Great, big, beautiful rock. Now, pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
God
Alright, that's Theron. That's all we got.
yeah, pretty much. Theron's just out of Craghammer.
Yep.
I
Or-
can finally
or details.
leave.
Eventually, as you're wandering home, you cross Solania and some bitch. And
I
I know you know. I know. I just wanted to say it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You cross their path somewhere.
Eventually.
Yep. In the wilds as you make your way back to your real home.
Nope.
Alright, that's Theron. Theron doesn't get a note. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I wasn't expecting one.
Now we'll go to Kovgum.
So glad I got my cameo in Theron's fucking episode.
I mean, you're in Craghammer.
That's all I wanted. They don't even need to actually talk to each other. I just as soon as I heard the I was like, yeah, that's my girl.
And Theron just so that's what I've heard.
Delta,
whatever.
Final trip.
It gets to the point that somebody from the Temple to the Allfather is just stationed at the bottom of the Impassable Pass. It's like rotated guard duty.
Basically.
Just like, oh, she's down. Cure wounds. You good? All right.
It's once I run out, I'm just like, okay, tag me.
It's become a game. It's a
Basically.
chore. Alright, we've got enough members now. One of us has to stand guard, so Delta can do it this time. Well, we're gonna do it this time. Okay, then somebody can stand guard for when she inevitably passes out. Fine.
I just can't even imagine the day that it actually happened. They were all just like, oh, thank God.
No, when it actually happened, there wasn't somebody stationed, because they were trying to recover from Theron leaving, so they were down a person, and then you just did it, and they were like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Maybe now she'll stop. Yeah, maybe now she'll stop. And then the next day, she's there again. Just, I gotta prove I can do it one more time.
I like to think that the day she can do it and nobody's there, they just don't believe her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dwarven holiday. So
yeah,
everyone's at the pub except for Delta. Just
Day
I
the
finally
miracle
did it.
happened.
No, you didn't. Do it again.
Do it. No.
Do a flip.
Yeah, do it backwards this time.
Yeah, do backflip. That's
The
funny.
day that Delta does it is the day that she rolls a DC 25 dexterity check.
Well, that's just not fair.
Do you believe in miracles?
You
It's
get
a miracle.
You get a miracle.
Because the highest you can get is a 19.
I know. The pig's dad.
Alright. That's Theron.
Yep.
Kovgum.
Yep.
Over the course of the next year or so, we'll say,
Mm-hmm.
you put together your idea, your image of yourself in a metallic representation,
Mm.
and lug it all the fucking way to Afariel's realm. Presumably on a cart.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or you just have eggs pull it. You already know you can pull statues.
No. No, because I don't want eggs to take the eyes.
And in a very, very, very painful process,
Oh, incredibly.
starting with the flesh tears that are on your body
Mm-hmm.
as you are forcefully unattuned to wrath. They all rip themselves free of your body.
Mm.
Damn near killing you instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you undergo a even more painful experience as your soul is ripped from your body and carted into your new metallic prison.
Mhm.
Prison.
I
Yeah,
just
okay.
Yeah. That's where. Then you are forcibly reattuned to wrath,
Yeah.
and your now pristine conditioned body is no longer in pristine condition, as it
That's
is
fine.
torn, scrap on end, as fissures form in the metal.
Yeah. It's fine.
But it does no damage to you.
And it's still structurally sound.
Yep. Because it's not flesh, so it's there, but it doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm. Well, it might still hurt. It's just a psychosomatic pain instead of a completely.
It's more of PTSD flashbacks than anything else.
Exactly.
However, with the process of having your soul ripped out and moved, you are forced to remain inanimate for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Where every once in a while, Varel just walks up, just, you good? Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I picture like the first day you can't do anything, and the second day, might be like minor facial moves, just the eyes flicker.
God, that's gotta be incredibly boring. Just sitting there for
sitting there.
72 hours.
Yep.
Or like a fucking like scroll in front of him. God damn.
Right.
Just like a book and then
For
occasionally turn
your
the page.
entertainment, he gives Relos and Lexus scrolls of disguise self.
Oh my god.
And has them acting out the battle of Garrus and Omri over and over and over.
Oh my god.
I mean, that would be hella entertaining. That would be very satisfying
Okay.
for Kafka.
Well, maybe the first time. After 24 hours, it's just like, all right, they're just doing the same thing over and over again.
it like switches every 5 minutes. So like once it's the fight between them, and then it switches to Cal and Garrus, where Cal shoots Garrus in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just other minor scuffles, including the fight scene where Solania chases down the Huntress as a panther and attacks her.
Excuse you. I was a
Oh, that was great.
Oh, sorry, a tiger,
wolf.
a dire wolf.
Thank you.
As a dire wolf.
Oh.
That was like a year and a half ago. It's fucking
That's
hard
a
to
long
remember.
ass time ago.
Dire tiger wolf.
Dire tiger wolf, a man bear pig.
Anyways,
Yeah, but it's just Relos dressed in like furry, like a fur skin suit, because he can't actually disguise himself as a dire wolf.
Oh my
Right.
god.
It's just Relos wearing a wolf pelt.
So yeah, you get the feel of entertainment
like-
during that time.
I like to think that like the twins are like on either side of Kafka watching this too.
Yep.
Yeah, they're just sat on either side, just swinging their legs.
They're like, as he's just propped up against like the tree, they're sitting next to him, just passing back and forth a tree branch. Just mundane. Doesn't make any fucking sense, but they have to cross Kavgum every time to do it.
Never so often, they just whack him in the head with it. Just
You just get a mental oops.
Again, after the first, just very slight squinting every time it happens. But since he can't move his head. Anyways, after 3 days.
After 3 days, your body basically powers itself on as it comes out of standby mode. You are at 1 health because you haven't been able to completely rest. Actually, that you'd be at full health because at the end of the 3rd rest you'd be fully recovered. So yeah,
Right.
not that it really matters, but yeah, you maintain professional relations.
As I have to build this castle.
Yep. As you
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
basically immediately get to work as part of your deal.
Yeah.
Taking the better
Get it over
part
with.
of like less than a year to complete the castle. And the twisting, winding path that leads to it. And in a last-minute request, build a small house for Solania on the path.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Thank you.
Before moving on and
Building my own castle with blackjack and hookers.
yep, exactly. You establish your Order of the Steel Dragon after basically building a steel dragon.
Yeah. Actually, the order would come before the construction of the proper steel dragon, but
Yeah. Yeah, it would be Order first, then Steel Dragon.
yeah, because that's gonna take a long time for Cobb to build by himself, even as a master artificer.
Yep. Somewhere within the mix in your downtime, you create the 7 rings for all the elves.
Yep.
And 1
Oh my
ring to rule them all.
God.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the 7 rings for all Solania.
But the elves only had 3.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they did.
true.
The dwarves had 7. The men had 9. Oh. Get my numbers mixed up.
Weird how they
God,
jumped.
Josh, you're the nerd.
Thanks.
Weird how they jumped from 3 to 7. They just completely ignored 5.
Well, it's based on rulers. Because there was 7 kingdoms of the dwarves, 3 kingdoms of elves, 9 kingdoms of men.
Yeah, but like,
And 1 tall, lanky boy.
Yep. Anyway. Yeah, so you create the rings for your living companions to remember those that died and pass them out. Eventually finding everybody.
I got nothing but time.
Yep. And several years later, you, while out venturing somewhere, discover hints
You know what I just realized?
and clues of extraplanar existence. And then you snuff it out. Because that's what you do.
Yep.
And several more years later, you meet the Watcher.
Yup. That's a fun time.
Now, I'm not going to go into details on it, because I don't know much about the premise that you're going for with it, so...
It's fun.
And then, several thousand years later,
Yeah.
you and Solani are the only ones left alive. Well, it happens several hundred years later, but you get the point.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I mean, several thousand years later only drives the stake further.
Yep.
To like 500, 600 years.
Yeah, I think Abigail would be the last one.
Yeah. being a gnome. Gnomes live to about 500. Yeah, because Yorman's doesn't extend his lifespan, he just doesn't get old.
Yep.
I
Physical.
mean, some would argue that death is a negative effect of old age. So, just
Some would
never
argue
die.
it.
God damn it, Norman.
yeah. Picture that's Yorman arguing with Nomad.
It's time to go. But wait,
No.
hear me out. No.
But
You're not debating me like an intellectual.
it's like
Now here's the question.
Go.
Would Kovgum, in his time, ever offer another party member a metal body?
Yes, it would just be up to the party members to take it. The only one he wouldn't offer it to directly is Solania, because he knows she would say no.
And she
That's
don't fucking
already
need
a
it.
long lifespan.
Yeah, and by the point that she needs it, she's already like, I'm old as fuck, I just want to go home to the plants forever. No. But everyone else, it would be on the table, but he would not mention it more than once.
It would be like, this is a thing. Think on it.
Yeah,
Essentially.
so-
And then if they never get back to him before they die, he's not going to force it on them, because that's fucked up.
So, who? I know one person already. Who out of the remaining party would accept the deal? All right, I take that silence as nobody but
Yeah.
Garrus.
I
Yeah,
was thinking about
I would-
it, but nah.
I would say like Yorman would think about it, but then he would like die before he came to a decision.
Fair.
It would be too
that
hard
sounds
pressed
about
thinking
right.
of all the ethical shit and the philosophy behind it.
Yeah, Yorman just like, well, but he's just like debating it for the last like 10 years of his life. Just, well, yeah, you know,
He's got like a whiteboard of pros and cons, and he has to keep adding more boards just because it keeps getting the list keeps getting longer, and he still can't make a decision.
yeah. Like, yeah. Coffin goes to have a conversation with him. Yorman just passed. Coffin wasn't aware of it, and just his room is just all whiteboards full of pros and cons, and Coffin just.
Yeah.
No, but to make it more depressing, eventually you find a yes circled.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just sad.
Yeah,
He turns into Crazy Steve from the fucking.
yeah. Yorman becomes the next crazy Steve. Just about the ethics and functions of organic to artificial
Mhm.
Yeah.
conversion.
All right, so look, Garrus accepts. So
Mhm.
near the end of Garrus's life, you get turned to metal.
Yeah. I'm more useful alive than dead.
Yeah, and basically, like, at every step of the way, Coffin's just like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? This is gonna hurt like a bitch, are you sure?
Yep.
Been or worse.
Yeah,
Good news is, Kovgum eventually figures out how to do it himself, so you don't have to make deals with Afario.
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah.
You got nothing
Yeah.
but time on your hands to perfect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will tell you, Abigail, Sparky is long past by the time that they figure this process out.
Yeah.
Like,
he
it's
would-
several decades.
Kovgum could build a construct similar to Sparky.
Yeah,
You cannot resurrect something that dies of a natural cause.
correct. And pets just happen to be one of those things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even
Hopefully
Skelly dies of natural causes well before Solania.
I mean, at least it's proof that he was alive.
In some capacity. Kavka makes a construct.
I mean, Kafka makes a lot of constructs.
Yeah.
But yeah, specifically a as close to possible recreation of Sparky, given the fact that it's made out of metal.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is just to ensure that I stay in charge, Ryan.
It's literally just Garrus, like, you fuckers won't be taking me out.
So over the thousands of years, it's Garrus, Solania, and Kavkum.
And Sparky.
And Sparky, yeah. Surpassing in death
Sorry, babe.
the ownership from Abigail.
It just becomes
Abigail,
the family dog.
Yeah.
For all generations.
Basically, well, Abigail would hold on to him for a couple centuries because Cal passes in the hundreds. So.
Yeah, but it's just the
My mom hated
the dog of our four parents.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so that's Kavgum. Long and.
Okay. Kaufman doesn't get a note either. Alright, fuck me.
You
Oh, yeah,
never
that's right.
die.
That's right, Kavgum does get a note.
Yeah! Get fucked, Mike!
Well, it's like, a lot of these were like,
No, I know.
when you die, you get a note. It's like, you never die. What were you expecting?
To be fair, Garrus got his when he was still decently young.
Yeah, but somebody else died.
Yeah.
True.
You have to have friends.
All the rest of you die!
Wow.
We have our own notes.
I know.
Kavgum would get his note. Eventually.
Mhm.
Several millennia later.
In the far future.
Yep. As... Actually, you know what? We'll come back to that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll go from there. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
because it happens in the future. So we'll take this.
We'll take that and we'll put it to the end.
Yeah, we'll put that later. Bjormund. Now that Kavgum's done his bit.
Okay. Yeah. I mostly just wanted to know what his whole, like, going, like, protecting from other planes thing was gonna be. Cause what Yorman does is, after, like, we go our separate ways and whatnot, he got access to, like, this, like, cool planar travel cube thing that he didn't really get a chance to use much. So for a bit, he kind of goes out and just kind of explores the outer planes because he can. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
And then because he also cares about extra planar entities coming into the material plane. He would help out Kavgum when those threats kind of pop up.
Mm-hmm. Kavgum would willingly accept.
Yeah. And then somewhere down the line, because they kind of like set this up in like the world of Critical Role, there's going to be like a class war between like mages and non-mages, and seeing how Yormund was originally going to be kind of like a mage slayer like character anyway, that just it never really came to fruition. He definitely fights on that war. I feel like one of like the reasons why he like comes back to the material plane too, is just because they need somebody to like take a leadership position in the Cobalt Soul, and he's like, fine, fuck it, I'll do it. And yeah, I see him at some point near the end of his life, like like I said, still trying to like come up with whether or not he should take Kavkum up on the offer. But before he can make a decision, like the mage wars happen, and he just dies in like a blaze of glory, like killing a bunch of mages, basically.
Fair.
Goes out like a boss.
All that's left is just a pile of ash and his sick hat.
Yeah. I also picture like it being like one of those like anime deaths where he like kills everybody, but like he's gone on past the point of being able to survive the fight, and he just kind of like dies from the stress of the battle itself than actually getting killed by the mages.
Twinkle, twinkle,
Nani? Yeah,
an anime death for an anime boy.
exactly. He was anime from beginning till end.
Mm-hmm. Some could say he has a line of people who have the exact same name as him.
well, similar permutations.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
I was waiting for that.
All right. And at some point, I'd say probably right before the Mage War start, not immediately before, but a few days, Yormund opens a book to read it and finds a note inside.
Who left their bookmark in here?
And as he reads the note, it says, "Death shall crow when the time of respite beckons."
And then it turns into a crow. Caw! What the fuck?
Nope. Nothing happens.
Oh, okay. Hey, Steve. No.
Yeah, Yorman?
It's like, hey, I got another one for your board.
Oh.
Add it to the Nomad board.
All right. Pretty straightforward. That's Yorman.
He was a very straightforward character.
True.
That is true.
That is true. Next, we have, because both of them overlap significantly, at Cal and Abigail together. Oh, who saw that coming?
Oh no, not me.
Wow.
What? You mean the two people that were together for a while in the game have interlapping backstories or epilogues?
What? I know, huh? What happened? Huh?
In the last section, one proposed to the other. Who knew?
What?
Huh? That's too much. I can't keep up.
Guys, there's so many twists and turns.
Yeah, so
I know, right?
starting with Cal's portion. So you request a personal meeting with Percival, with Percy.
Oh, that works.
Telling him about the guns and all that other shit you guys had to deal with while in Whitestone. His head damn near explodes, and yeah, he basically thanks you for putting up with that shit while he wasn't there, and then gives you a job because he needs people to design new weapons And since you've already made one, and there aren't a whole lot of people that have actually made weapons from scratch, so that's fitting.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the gist of that. Eventually passing on your knowledge to one of your kids to take up your mantle. Straightforward, to the point. I like it. Somewhere in that time frame, while you take some PTO from work, because why not? You and Abigail traveled to the Menagerie Coast, deal with the ever-growing issue of Abigail's dad just being a dick, and generally, you know, selling people into slavery. So you take care of that nonsense, leaving him as permanently disabled as possible. And by disabled, I literally mean disabled. I can't do much other than sit and do nothing. Reuniting with Abigail's family. Catching up with the whole shebang that happened over there. Because, in case anybody hasn't figured out yet, that family doesn't really like Dad anymore. So, yeah. And then...
Sounds like the plot of a Coen Brothers.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just dark comedy the whole time.
Dark. Pretty much, yeah, I guess. That's true. And then you guys have your wedding. Probably a couple of years after. A year or two after the disbanding of the party. Everyone's invited. Whether you show up or not is your own choice. But I'm not going to run through the wedding ceremony. Because, quite frankly, I am not a sermon.
That's fine.
Whole sermon. It's not me.
I was like, you're not a sermon? I'm confused.
I am not a sermon. I'm not incorrect in saying that.
Abigail uses the clock at the wedding.
Oh, the clock for Nomad. Abigail doesn't have that anymore. So the one thing that I feel like I said this, but maybe I didn't. The clock
You said it to me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought I said it in session.
Nope.
The clock that Abigail had was taken by Edgar while she was in the state of limbo to help in the fight against Omri. But Nomad still shows up. So. Because Nomad, surprising everybody, enjoys wedding ceremonies. Because it's something that's not death.
The poor man's just so sad all the time. Just surrounded by sadness. He's like, please, someone.
Just get married or have a kid or something.
Do something nice.
It's
I won't
not
show up.
death. Unless you count the husband's social life. Ha
God.
I got me.
Really boomer right there, Mike.
I really like how out of our entire group, the only people probably actually having children are these two. The rest of us said no thanks.
What are you talking about? Malcolm has lots of kids.
Yeah,
Metal.
I wouldn't be surprised if Yorman has a few bastards.
I'm not
You
surprised
cannot-
Omri didn't have any. I mean, come on.
Omri cannot deny Kovgum's affection for his small metal children that all mostly get sent to die.
To be perfectly honest, I don't think Omri would be capable as a mother. Not let alone Winston as a father. Like,
I feel like
I don't think Omri could survive without drinking for 9 months.
I think they'd both just be really confused. I think they'd both just be like, now what?
they'd just be like,
Early
all right,
on.
I guess we hire a nanny. It's
yeah.
like, Winston doesn't have time to take care of a fucking kid. He's already running a goddamn city.
I
God, Omri
think
becomes that person
early-
in high school
And
who just personality shift the moment they have a kid.
I honestly think that early on in the relationship that Winston and Omri had a discussion about, let's just not have kids. Let's just
No,
not deal
no,
with
no.
it.
No, it never happened. It never happened.
yeah.
They just
Either
agreed
or
internally.
or the discussion was just, we're never having kids, right? Oh God, no. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Omri like,
I
fuck
feel
no.
like there's some alternate universe where it could have happened, but not this one.
Not this one.
Definitely not this
Yeah. Yeah, ask Nomad about that one. Yeah, it was hell. Don't go there.
one.
Omri was
Omri's
nice.
even more of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Omri just
I feel like
becomes
she'd just be a
the
bitch to
ultra
everybody
Karen.
else, not to her child. She'd just be
Yeah.
like, "You're okay," but then she'd be like, "The rest of you."
Eh,
I
How do I
hate
know
you
you're not a
more."
threat to my kid?
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone but
What's the-
Solania, go die.
She
once
becomes
Solania
so
and my baby.
extra.
changes.
So extra.
Yeah, she just becomes the ultra Karen.
Tori, once your kids become teens, that beat all changes about not being a bitch to your kids.
Oh yeah. As
No.
soon as they become
As
like
soon
really
as they-
annoying teenagers, she's like,
As soon as they get to the age where they can live on their own, Omri kicks them out.
Omri,
You're old
yeah,
enough now, go.
no. Omri's just like, all right, I'm going adventuring again. Later, bitch. I'm going
be
with
like,
my
here,
friend.
be like me. She just give him what she had. Be like, all right, you're off.
All right, kid, you got an axe and a primal rage.
Yeah, she'd
Have fun.
basically just teach them what they need to know to survive in the wild, and be like, all right, you can do it now. Goodbye.
Here's an axe. Here's a bow. Here's a map of local hunting areas. Be back soon with dinner.
Yeah, exactly. You don't hunt, you don't eat.
Side tangent aside. At the end of the wedding, as the couple has been officially married, and they are taking the ceremony and leaving. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying right now.
I was wondering, I was like,
Josh,
I ain't got no
are
fucking
you
clue.
okay?
I'm on a mission to say what I'm gonna say, and I'm going about it weird ways. So basically, ceremony
As was
done. Cal and Abby leave, open their gifts, get gift from unknown person, inside single note, addressed to both of them. That's the gist of it.
You did it. We're so proud.
Yeah, yay.
As they're opening gifts in the reception.
Yep, exactly.
Is what you were
No.
going for.
Yeah, but they're not opening gifts in the reception. They're doing it after the reception.
It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
it's like 3 days later when they're opening wedding gifts.
And on the third day,
It happened to be a Sunday, so they did nothing. And then the fourth, no. So the note says, your reputations will be erased by the sands of time. And then you guessed it, the note turns to
Yeah.
sand.
Hey, I got sand too.
Yep.
Does that mean I'm gonna be forgotten?
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't like that.
Fast forward several thousand years.
1,000 years?
What's up?
Several thousand years.
Wow.
To Kavgum. As you and Solania are having a friendly get together, Garrus is somewhere.
watching
Yeah.
magic TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point.
There is a knock on the door to Solania's now bigger house.
Alright.
She did more room on the walls for picture frames.
Yes.
And
And a much
a bigger garden. Yeah.
Listen, the
It
house
just,
doesn't
it
have to be
takes
big.
up like a lot
garden-
of the forest got took down so that her
Yeah,
garden
yeah.
could be bigger.
Our garden at this point is just a nature preserve.
Yeah, basically. All the different alien subspecies of planets.
500
Plants.
Oh,
acre land.
Plants.
Oh yeah. Cobgum, when he's taking time away from that, is helping Solania with that shit.
Yeah.
But there is
They're
a
making,
knock
they're
at
making
the front door.
Robot butler, get the door.
I
Oh.
go to see who it is.
As you open the door, it's Nomad.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
She moves so he can come in.
He like bows slightly and walks into the room and just hands Cobgo a box.
Okay.
See you soon.
What?
Yeah, that's not disconcerting at all.
yeah,
Terrifying.
yeah, just like watch him leave.
Yep. He begins walking out.
It might
Gives
Who
Solania
knows?
another slight bow. Love what you've done with the place.
Thanks.
I look forward to seeing it soon. Relatively. Not tomorrow. You get it. And he just walks off.
She just kind of waves. It's just like,
This one thinks his paracausality messes with his sense of timescale.
I think so too.
I'm guessing this is just like a plain ass box.
Yep. Just a plain ass box.
Okay, open it, I suppose.
Alright.
No
It's
point
like the
delaying
size
the
of a ring box. So like
Uh-huh.
you open it and the note just sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
And as you unfold the note, it's very simple in what it says. It seems more like a title than anything. It just says, the Requiem of Time.
Hmm. And then I die.
That's it.
Hmm.
Nothing else happens.
Well then.
This one expected more,
I could sing to you then.
given the ominous nature, but this one supposes no man's always had that air about him.
Then there's a knock on the door.
Slime just kind of has a look of like, who the fuck is at my door?
Right.
She goes and answers the door again.
It's Nomad.
Are you fucking kidding?
Cobb turns his head.
I forgot one other thing I was supposed to drop off. Cookies.
Thanks.
He just invites himself in, sets them down, sets the table.
Joins him at the table.
Yeah.
Please come in.
You know, like she can't even say shit because she's like, this is one of my friends, whatever. Cool.
Right, yeah.
Swear to God, if anyone else knocks on my door, though.
And then you hear. Solana, you definitely hear it before everybody else does. The flapping of wings.
Okay.
I've gone. The words are broken. You need to fix them again. God damn. You're an ancient wizard. You can fix it yourself.
And you hear something heavy, very heavy, land nearby.
Okay.
And Nomad just looks at you and goes, "Yep, right on schedule."
What's right on schedule?
Him.
Just kind of look out the door.
Yeah, you glance out the door, and dropping onto the ground, the skeletal remains of a small goblin is a large dragon.
Hi, guys.
Large metallic dragon.
That one's not mine.
It's not mine.
Not mine either, but I do know whose it is.
Well, there's
And he just like
there's only
walks.
one we know.
Yeah. So he just walks past you guys and goes over and pats the dragon on the snout. Says, "This is bacon." And that's it. That's it. That's the end of the campaign. Right there. Perfect ending. We're done.
No, there is one unanswered question that we have to know. Who won the prank war?
Clearly, Delta.
I
Delta
want to
didn't,
hear. I
Delta
wanna hear the
didn't
answer.
die in a mage war.
I didn't want to interrupt because, like, I think Josh maybe just forgot, but throughout, like, the course of her life, she,
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did forget.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, fine. We won't end it there. We'll bring this point back up because I did forget it.
I know. I was like, I'll just let it go. It's fine. But then Joe brought it up, so.
Yeah.
I was going to bring it up like an hour and a half ago.
Every day for several years, Yormund would get a ping from the Sending Stone from Delta with the most obscure shit.
And really bad jokes. I have some for you.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yes!
Please.
They're just really, really bad jokes. So, like, one day, you just get a ping, Yormund, and it's like, "Hey, Yo-Yo, what material is the magic skillet made of?"
What?
She answers back, "It's made of cast iron." And then you don't hear anything for the rest of the day.
No. Yorman says what, and then it's the next day.
So she kept sending more than once.
Yeah, I know, but just through the stuff.
You get the freebie through the stone, and then you finish it off with the actual spell.
And then the next day you get another. She sends them like sporadically. Some days it's just really random. Some days they're really terrible jokes.
Sure, yeah.
Most days, they're really terrible jokes.
Are there any more choice ones you want to throw out there before I give my rebuttal?
I have a list, but I won't go through them all.
Okay.
I
Send
looked
it
up
to you.
really bad D&D jokes on Google, and I found a gold mine. Like, why did the halfling stop dating his warforged girlfriend? She was too high maintenance. There's so many.
Oh, my God.
What do you call a magician who's incredibly good at cooking? A sorcerer. The good classic, what's a beholder's favorite food? Ice cream. What's a cleric's favorite hot drink? Divinity. Why do paladins wear chainmail? Because it's holy armor. Why do wizards like fireball so much? It's a well-rounded spell.
I made a mistake. I didn't want to hear these jokes now.
Alright, and now that she's muted. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn!
Are you done?
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. So.
My boyfriend just texted me from the living room. Those jokes are bad, and you should feel bad. Oh, that's
All
so
right.
good.
So, seeing how Delta outlives Yormund, shortly after he dies, Delta receives a package in the mail. And inside the package is a book and a letter. And the letter basically explains how, over the decades, Yormund has written down every single horrible joke and tidbit that you sent to him, chronicled it, and made several copies, and put it into the Cobalt Soul library, so that for as long as the Cobalt Soul lasts around, your legacy is literally, you're that bad joke lady.
That's a great prank.
Oh my god.
And also for Delta, a fantastic honor.
That is an added thing she does then to the rest of her life, is she travels around to Cobalt Souls that she can find and asks to sign them.
Jesus.
And you're denied into their secret archives.
Well, yeah. The book in the package is the first edition of said joke book.
Yeah, it's the handwritten.
Yeah, with all the different random bits of paper that he quickly grabbed so he could write the joke on wherever he was.
And commentary.
Bunch of bar napkins and stuff. Yeah.
Oh god.
Commentary as well.
Oh, my boyfriend sent another one. Hang on. It's why do rogues wear leather armor? Because it's made of hide.
Ah!
Nice.
Anybody else have anything else they want to add?
A little bit.
All right.
So Josh kind of mentioned this for her house gets expanded for pictures and stuff, but Solania, as the years go on, will either commission or draw or paint portraits and pictures of everyone she kind of meets and gets close to, and hang them up on her wall so that she can always kind of remember them, and if she ever gets a little memento from them, then she'll hang them up around the house as well. Yeah. So her house kind of comes this, I guess, museum, kind of.
It's a really weird shrine to all her dead friends.
Listen, man, she was old as fuck. It's what happened.
Yeah.
You also assume that Kovgum doesn't recollect all the rings after everyone dies.
But yeah, so Adventure's going to be oh my god, you knew whoever the fuck. I'm oh,
You knew my great. Yeah, I'm fucking old.
yeah. Be pictures of Winston and Army, and people oh, you have a picture of them. I'm I fucking knew them.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah. But yeah, she just kind of like decorates her house with like stuff that like she collects on her adventures. So everything's a very weird mix match of like very old furniture pictures and like paintings in general and very new things all kind of mixed in. Yeah. That's what I kind of got.
Yes, I did forget that. My bad.
Yeah, bitch.
Wow.
Oof.
Is anybody interested in my other characters at all?
Both of them,
Yes.
sure.
Yes. What happened to Spork?
All right.
At first, I thought you said Spark, and I was like, "Who the fuck?"
No.
No, Spark was my Edge of the Empire Star Wars character. That's completely different. So Sphoric, after leading all of the gnomes to the north, he founded the new gnomish city of Shiverstone, called that because it's so fucking cold in the north.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fucking fair.
At Shiverstone, they tried to make him the mayor, to which he refused. And when asked what title he would prefer, he said head engineer. So now the mayor of Shiverstone is just called the head engineer.
Nice.
Yeah. They built a new drive core engine around some subterranean volcanic activity, and used the raw power to create a series of automatons. Not like robot people. I'm talking like big, like 20-foot tall, almost look like crab-like automatons. They're not like humanoid in shape at all. At some point, there is a disagreement with some frost giants, but they use the power of science to basically explain to the frost giants that their way of life is better, and the frost giants can not deal with having to fight every day for survival if they just use science. Yeah, and so Sphoric lives hundreds of years, dies of old age, proud of what he built, yet never happy or satisfied.
Always building more.
Yep. Especially because the last few years they won't let him build anything because he's just too frail to be left to his own devices. It's like, nah, Pop, you're gonna hurt yourself. Stop, put the tools down.
I know what I'm doing, damn it!
Exactly.
I got one more in me. Pop, picking up that wrench almost winded you.
It did wind me, but I'm still going.
Yeah, I've still got fire in my breast. And he just passes out. Damn it, Pop.
Yeah, so that's Sphoric's story. Grave, after leaving to go find someone powerful enough to defeat him in single combat, kind of roams the plains for a while, and while roaming the plains, he runs into several warriors. Some are tougher than others, but none of them build up to his expectations. And it's not long before these warriors, who each had like their own following, their followers start to follow Grave as well, as he just cuts his way across the dividing plane. And after a while, he has a pretty sizable group of people following him. Some people refer to it as the revival of the Ravagers. Whatever.
Totally not a cult.
Yeah, definitely not a cult because the leader doesn't care. But he realizes that just going from one coast to the other coast, just killing whoever is dumb enough to challenge him, isn't going to end his existence. So he decides to return to a place where it was his first meeting with civilization, and probably the worst meeting. As with his newfound following, he completely annihilates and takes over the the city that never sleeps, also known as Kymel. It was not that hard, as he just waited until morning and killed all the hungover people. Whether or not his disruption of the government of Kymel ended with his death is actually an idea later campaign that I might run for somebody. Maybe this group, I don't know. Who knows?
That's fair.
But it's fuel for a different campaign. Yeah. So that is Graves' Tale, as far as I'm willing to tell it.
That's fair.
Yeah. As for William, also known as the Sharp Lord.
Got him.
Yes,
Yep.
the Sharp Lord.
Nice, the Sharp Lord with the dull
Yep,
wit.
the Sharp Lord.
Please don't
No.
antagonize me in your epilogue. Please don't antagonize me.
No,
No, you're
Please
too
do.
below his radar
Oh,
to
thank God.
antagonize you.
William has proven himself to be sharp. That is why he's the Sharp Lord.
Yep. So, Solania, Kovgum, and Garrus, as you guys kind of live on past what most people would consider a normal life.
Yeah.
It becomes more and more clear that William Sharp is also not one for a short lifespan.
It's not exactly what he makes himself out to be.
After a couple decades, he seems to fake his death every so often, just to come back pretending to be his own son, as he is in fact immortal himself. And so the 17 iterations of him are just literally how many times he's pretended to die, just so he can try something new.
Good. At some point, we're just like, really?
God damn it, William.
Really?
Yep. So
William Sharp, 938. Like,
it doesn't go that far.
That's fair.
Because after a few hundred years of finding out about his immortality, and also about like his weird friendship that he actually has with Aphariel. They meet up and play chess on the weekends.
Really?
Yeah. He just like disappears just 1 year, and it was like nobody ever hears from him again. And all of you, including Aphariel, just receive a small note in a package. The package, everything that you'll need for the future, with the note that says, "It's your turn now," and that's it.
Don't like that, but all right. I also like the Garrus is the other one not trying to keep a low profile. He's just running things forever in a mercenary company.
It's
I want to
arguable.
point out to you, Garrus, that Fario had Kovgum build him a castle on the top of a mountain. So that he
Literally
could
the
stand
tallest
out,
mountain in the world.
so that people would know, hey, you probably shouldn't go there. So that people would
tall-
stop dying.
the tallest mountain in the world that I believe is said to house Dorizadun.
Well, what's also crazy about it is like because it's at the top, right? The top of the mountain.
Not quite at the top, no. It's just
Okay.
up, it's up on the ridge.
I was
nearby.
gonna say, the fucking height of that mountain. If it was at the top of the mountain, you basically just made Kami's lookout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would end up being. Yeah, no, I think it's just on the ridge way up.
Yeah. It's not like it's not like sitting on the top of Mount Everest.
I mean, it's equivalent. It's the tallest mountain in the world.
Yeah, it's just not on top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just not
Along the-
naturally big. It's just like a fucking needle going straight up.
Mm.
Well,
Listen, at some point, Solani just gets tired of fucking people.
Solani just lays down in the grass and just lets the earth reabsorb her.
You're fresh out of the
Mhm.
That's,
See,
that,
that's what she sits there and like one day they're just like say something. She's like, you know what? I'm fucking done with you guys. And she just walks out. Where are you going? Be reclaimed. I don't fucking know.
Just walks off into the forest, never to be seen again.
yeah, pretty much.
Her plants eat her. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, that seems like the way Solani would go out.
I say that,
Mhm.
but knowing that she experiments with not only space plants, but plants that Annalise gave her. And you know, other plants eat plants. It's very
Something's
fair. She
bound to
probably
kill her.
bred a plant that eats meat. So,
Nope.
maybe. I had this entire idea of there being like this poison garden, but with not just poison plants, but like plants that eat people. So, I mean,
That's guarded entirely by redcaps.
exactly.
Red caps are freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are they actual red caps or just Kogum have to build her mechanical ones?
Natural ones.
Ooh, no, make them mechanical, and they could be rust caps.
They're specifically very good early warning systems because they're all clang, 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 clang. I'll fucking kill you!
I mean, that's what red caps are anyway. They have big metal shoes.
Yeah, I know.
It's just more metal.
Exactly.
It's great. Everything's great.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ish fine.
It's fine.
All right. Anybody else have extra stuff they want to add?
Solani world is fuck.
Yep.
The only thing that Josh missed for Cal and Abby was that they had 3 kids. One son,
Oh.
and 2 daughters, I think.
Yes. The youngest is the son who is after Cal. The eldest is just like Abigail, the bard, and then the middle child is like their grandmother, who is a cleric of Sarenrae.
Yes, become a miracle hunter.
Yes, under Delta.
Heck yeah. Delta would totally visit. Totally.
God, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm so glad you're not a rock anymore.
And remember that in the map maker back where he, I think it was in Whitestone? Abigail's uncle?
He was an Iman, wasn't
I
he?
think it was Amon.
Iman? Yeah, he was
Yeah.
Iman. Yeah. He ended up back in Menagerie Coast and helping Abigail run the business. As a fisherman. How do you call it? Fishery? I don't even know what it's called. The actual business that they were supposed to be running, not the stuff.
A haberdashery.
Yes.
There you go.
Don't think that's what it is.
The Menagerie. That's a tough one to say.
Exactly.
The Menage-a-dashery.
And Cal's parents visited often. That's about it, I think.
I think so.
Something.
And I do have just one more follow-up question. And this is just popped into my head a couple minutes ago. There was a guy in Amon, because we started talking about Amon. There was a guy in Amon that took down our information. Yes, the Bard.
Oh,
Made a song. Whatever happened with that? That just popped in my mind.
He wrote the song.
Okay.
That's it. I didn't actually write a song, but he wrote it, and
Look, he wrote the song.
eventually, yeah. I'd
At
say
some
probably
point,
like
he was interrogated by Yormund with quotations
Oh,
around.
probably. Honestly.
He disappeared to some cobalt soul black site.
God.
No, we call them blue sites because that's our whole thing.
Aha!
But yeah, he's out there somewhere.
I have one other follow-up question.
Is it about the bard?
No.
Okay.
Is it about the elf?
Fuck no. Do all of our notes mean something together, or is it just like sweet little notes for us? Not sweet little notes. I know you don't give a shit enough, but
I don't know.
okay.
It's a mystery.
Mystery.
It's a
Wait, did
mystery.
eggs get a note?
Nope.
Eggs got a note. I like eyes too. I like your eyes, and then Eggs loses his eyes. Ah, crap! I always knew this is how this was gonna end.
So did
All
they
right.
go to the wedding or not?
We
Yeah,
did
who
that.
shut up?
He did? Okay.
What's up?
Who all showed up to the wedding?
Cochran would have.
Oh,
Oh, what if?
Yeah, Delta definitely would have.
That's probably when
Good
he
Omri,
gave you.
though.
Omri would have showed up, but like stood way in the back.
That's probably where Cochran.
Billions of messages to Leaf until he responds back. It's like, okay.
Or no.
No. Well,
That's not my name. You've got the wrong number.
Too late.
new body. Who dis?
Grave would never respond. Yormund would go just because Menagerie Coast, I mean, party life. Go.
Heck yeah.
yeah. Yorman's going as an incident, and then.
Oh god, Delta would be an adult by then. They can go drinking.
drunken prank war.
There's a
What's
massive
funny is
golden statue of Corsham in her courtyard, by the way. With a
Corsham will
crown.
forever live on.
what's funny is you guys didn't. didn't invite Sphoric, and yet a present shows up from Sphoric.
Aw.
Everybody's supposed to show up.
Sphoric didn't even
I
know
mean,
Abby's
That
existence.
everybody, even
Yeah, but like
Bard
he would like
Nomad.
hear, oh, Cal's getting married, I should send something. And it's just like a strange like orb that like floats around and talks and just has a bunch of weird like contraptions that spring out of it and help around the house.
Oh god, he made a fucking.
He made,
Alexa.
he made like an OP Roomba.
He made an
Roomba
auto,
slash Alexa.
an auto made.
But I had my dad make so many of those little robot servants for our house.
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
It's just a Mr. Handy.
It's a Mr. Handy! He's handy
Nice.
around the house.
I love it.
Good.
Oh, God.
Replete with saw.
Yep.
Abigail's like, no.
It's so you can cut your bread
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
enemies.
The bread. Yes.
Now, why is it superheated? So it toasts it at the same time. Yeah. I like how they get two constructs because they get that from Sphoric and then probably Sparky from Kofkum.
Slightly cons, but also mostly to help with the mayhem. That is all.
Correct.
Yeah, because Eggs is also there, just running
Oh my
around like
fucking
a small
God.
child.
Oh god.
Yeah. Sonny is there pretty much to keep an eye on Eggs.
That's like a majority of Yorman's entertainment is just watching Solania chase eggs.
He's the first one that actually dived into the wedding cake.
Just goes right in.
Like, listen,
Not
at that point in the wedding, Solani is in the corner drinking with Omri, but she's actually getting fucked up. She's like, I did my duty.
Yeah. It's Omri being the one drinking in moderation. It's Sonny just chugging the whole bottle.
It kind of at that point, it's like, I made sure they had a nice reception and weren't interrupted.
Amber's,
I've done my duty.
I've done enough. I will not cause problems here.
Listen, it happens. Fine.
Did we do it?
And Sparky was there. Real Sparky.
I think we did it, yes.
I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, do I get regular ham back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get regular hand back.
Sick.
Oh, the real Abigail showed
Not
up
pulled
too,
pork.
and then left.
Pulled pork shows up once a year.
Nah.
No.
Pulled pork learned his lesson. He got beaten by superior lizard folk technology. Superior lizard engineering.
Don't forget, Yorman still has that vial of cream of pulled pork.
God.
Fuck you.
Done.
Fuck you, Mike.
I feel like he would use that for something in the future. I just
A prank on
What?
Delta?
No.
no.
That's
That's
worth
too-
too much.
That seems like something Kofgun would get use out of. Or the Cobalt Soul. One of the two.
Hi,
Something happens with that vial. Something.
This is some juice from a aberrant creature that came from a creature of pure earth. So just do with that how you will. Just all the analysis people just have a field day with that.
They're
You
like,
know,
oh
Petri
my
dish.
god.
You know, mix it up, put in a smoothie, take a sip.
Just gives it. Just
I
gives it the
recommend
taste
not
of
consuming
Sure.
it.
That tastes like some mud and calamari.
I know it says cream of pulled pork.
It is not from food.
Yeah, that was a joke. It's not actually that. Don't eat it. Don't
Yeah.
drink it.
Has to draw the little skull and bone symbol next to on the label.
Oh my god.
I mean, I would assume to get into that at that point, you have at least enough intelligence to be like, you probably shouldn't be consuming random shit.
Also,
yeah,
like,
but they're the curiosity, man. It can really get the better of you.
I mean, I
it
get it.
really can.
Anyway, we should probably wrap the stream up at least if we don't have anything else.
And this is bacon. Okay.
We got that.
And this is bacon. Scene.
Yep.
So
Okay, that's
that's
it.
it.
We're done. And a
That's
campaign.
Woo! Woo!
One episode from 100 because
That's how we
God
roll.
damn it.
Because we just gotta massively debate everybody.
That's how we do it.
Oh,
And on that note, I will end the stream here. So thank you guys for watching. This will be the end of the Monday campaign. So again, thank you for watching, and we won't catch you next time because there ain't going to be a next time. So thank you for watching, and see you around.
Tune in on Wednesday.
quick plug Wednesday.
Good night.